Hi, Pat. Can you please explain what is sovereignty?
Yeah, sovereignty is the ultimate authority of the people that is given to us uh, from the Constitution.
Okay, Pat. Now, please tell us what is the Constitution?
And, the Constitution is a written document that was created by our forefathers, which listed our basic personal and fundamental rights and established the three branches of government, the executive, uh, I'm sorry, the legislative, the executive, and the judicial. Each one of those branches has a different function. The legislative branch is comprised of the Senate, Senate, and the Dáil, which write the laws and pass the laws. And the executive then implements the laws through, let's say, the HSE or TUSLA or another public service agency. And then the judiciary will decide on the interpretation of the law at times when things are not very well written or there may be some sort of a dispute. Um, So that is basically what the Constitution does. Is for the people, uh, it gives them a written document that says these are your fundamental rights.
And is it true to say then the Constitution overrides anything, including any laws in Ireland?
Yeah, because the Constitution is comes from what is known as natural law, the right to life, liberty, health, the pursuit of happiness, our welfare, having a home, housing, education, health services. All these things come from the Constitution. But the laws are different.
So, what are the laws?
Laws are made by the Oireachtas, and they're only in second place. A lot of those laws are not great laws. They're badly written, and a lot of those laws end up abusing the people and not being helpful to have their rights, what's known as vindicated. That means that if something goes wrong, that you're able to see that it's put right uh, uh, simply without having to go through the court system.
Okay, brilliant. So you've explained the sovereignty. We have the ultimate. It's the ultimate authority as people, and the Constitution is the written document that encompasses everything to do with our rights, which we have people as the people have the ultimate power, and that overrides any laws that this government and any government have been making, which you say, and which is clearly explained in your other videos and messages that you've posted on the website, outlining how these laws are abusing and ignoring our personal fundamental rights. Can you tell me, why do you think they're making these laws? And this brings us into the question of tripartite. So, why are they making the laws, and why? What is tripartite powers?
Um, well, under our Constitution, we have strict separation of powers. Tripartite powers are powers that are possessed executive or legislative, executive, and judicial by one person. This can only happen from the Crown in the UK. And there's basically one act only remaining in Ireland that came from the Crown. Uh, However, most people don't realize that this act is not, in fact, properly, uh, I would say, properly uh, put into the realm of the people uh, not being subjected to the bad side of it, which is that one man holds the power to make laws, write laws, pass laws, administer the laws, and act as a judge in the same time. And that is the Lunacy Regulation Island Act 1871. And the man who holds that power is a crown power, which he alleges that he has it, but he really doesn't have it, because of the fact, first of all, the Queen never gave him that power, and secondly, even if she did give it to him, he couldn't enforce it in Ireland under our Constitution, which gives a separation of powers. And the reason we have separation of powers is to check the excess and abuse that can happen when one man possesses all three powers. Basically, he can act as judge, jury, and executioner in whatever manner he wants, unchecked. The government knows this, and this is an example of carrying on and bringing into force, supposedly, but it really isn't in force legitimately, this crown power. I got lost on that thing. Fuck it.
You're getting there. No. I want you to know this is perfect. You just need to rehearse those answers